Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
Hey, can I get
eh, could
two
be better.
combos?
What's up?
Two combos? Maybe.
All right. Please sweat.
He sounded
Um,
so
I'm
defeated.
sorry to hear you've been better. Hopefully things pick up.
Yeah,
You know.
one day they will. If I don't blow up crazily before then.
Well, if you do, there's. I guess that's how it goes.
If I do, I've got a gun and I'm in Los Santos, so everyone will forgive me. Hey, how can I help you?
Yeah, that's true. Can I get three combos?
How many?
Hello.
Hi. Oh my god. Sounding a little weird.
Oh no. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna
Something's wrong with your phone.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take a nap. Maybe fix the battery on my phone.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Call me when you're back.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Hello.
Please tell me I sound better.
Yes, you do. Perfect.
Yeah. Woo.
Oh yeah. All
All
right.
right.
Uh, are you busy?
No. Just riding my bike around.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah.
know. I know. I know how it is.
Just having text
Okay.
conversations with a serial killer. No.
Yeah. 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 Uh-huh. Okay.
Watching some deer.
Let me. Okay. Let me see if I can find a nice spot here somewhere. Oh shit. I will ping you. I think I
Six
can
four
find
five is my ping.
645. Okay, let's see if I
Yeah.
can. 645. How many mountain lions are there here? That's just a bunny. Okay. 645. All right. See you when you
Alright,
get
let me
here.
see. Alright, just a second.
Oh.
Let me make sure I
Mm-hmm.
get the
Mm-hmm.
little guy.
Thingamabob. Yeah.
Uh, uh, oh, found it.
Oh yeah. All right.
Alright.
See you shortly.
Yep.
Don't
Bye.
die on the way. Goodbye.
Well, I don't promise.
Okay. Try. Very
Alright.
best.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me.
Hi. Oh, you didn't eat shit and die?
No, I had popped. I just got back to my
Oh my god.
motorcycle.
Alright,
If,
okay, well
if you
that
could
explains.
re-ping me at
Mhm.
668,
Yep.
I had to track my bike. So
Alright, there you go. Alright. Okay. Where are you coming from, by the way? Just so I know where to look for you if you you know.
well, I'm on the highway right now, but I'm coming from like I don't know, like Mirror Park area.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah.
All right.
Alright.
All right.
Okay, see you soon.
Yep. Bye. Howdy.
Hi. Did you leave your bike running?
No, it's off.
chopper. Yeah.
It's off. Yeah.
Yeah, just one sec. Oh my god. Did I pick this spot like a dumb idiot?
What?
Is there like a guide? No, there. Oh. I wonder if there's some sort of job down there.
Oh,
Something.
probably. There seems to
Yeah,
be
because
some
someone
sort of
just
job
put a-
everywhere.
Yeah. Oh.
Like boosting or something.
Yeah.
It's probably a
There we
boost.
go.
Or a drone goes there. Or something.
Yeah. Let me just.
Hello.
Hi. Let's move. I think this is like a moonshine spot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Let's climb the mountain, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
we can do that.
little. Yeah. Okay, I'm going over here. You can probably Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we'll see if I find you. I was distracted by a text. So.
Oh my god! I'm at the. Wait, this is a different location, though. Okay. I am. If you turn around, I am like to the south of you, up the mountain or up the hill.
All right.
Wait, south. Hold on.
Across the
Is it
road.
south?
That.
Across the road, yeah.
All right.
Wait, God. Let me see if I can just inch forward a little bit. Yeah.
Whee!
There you go. Yeah, can you see me?
Not yet. I'm going. Oh, now I can.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. There's a
Look
big
at what
orange
I
up
found.
there. Did you find
Oh,
the?
look at this.
Oh, hey!
Look at this.
Look at
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
Look at that
Another
guy.
one of
He's-
those, right?
No, I think that's the same one. Cause we were.
Is
we
it?
Were,
Or are we
we
here?
were over here because there's a.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, I thought we were facing the court center. But
So-
I'm tripping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going. Oh, is this a place where you can climb up? Yeah, let's go up here. Let me see. Yup.
All right. I'm getting really.
Wait.
Paranoid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um.
Can you see me?
I've hit one coyote today.
Oh no.
But I've heard a lot more splats and seen blood and not been able to find what I hit or see what I hit. And that's
Mm-hmm.
am I hitting ghost rabbits or something?
Maybe, yeah.
It's bugging me a lot.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
No, I understand that. I understand that.
Alright, well here I come. We
All
can
right,
probably hang
welcome.
up.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's
Or
do
we
that.
can just stay on the phone.
Okay. I'm gonna sit down. How are you?
I have
You're so far away.
well, I didn't mean to be. Here, let me I
Come
have
closer.
man, I'm gonna be like right on top of you.
Mm-hmm. And that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
There's a guy just walking down by our
Yep.
cars.
Walking his
um,
dog.
Yeah, so I've been getting texts in Rot 13. You know what that is? It's a cipher.
Like a yeah.
Yeah. And first they said, here, I'm gonna friggin' translate these to read them to you here. First they said, "Hello, I am looking for you," which, I was tempted just to not respond to because that's weird. Can you hear me?
I can, yeah.
Just making sure because I'm, searching on
Yeah, yeah.
on my browser and my phone, and sometimes people can't hear me when I do that. And I wrote back, I'm not hard to find.
Wait,
but I
hold
don't-
on. Hold on. Did you
What?
say what the first message was?
It was hello, I am looking for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that I didn't hear. Okay.
And then I wrote, I'm not hard to find, but I don't do well with anonymity. Who are you? And then they wrote, okay, this is going to take a little time. They wrote, in good time, my friend. And then
Okay.
I wrote, before I play. I remember what I wrote there. And then they just wrote back 7 minutes ago, I think while I was head popping.
Okay,
Did
I
they
can't
make me head pop?
Maybe. Who knows?
They wrote, I guess we could make it a game.
Now I can't hear you again.
They said, I guess we could make it a game. So,
Okay.
I don't know what they think this is if they don't think it's a game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a spy. There's no reason to use a cipher with me unless you're playing a game.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm just not gonna, because I said before I play, like I need to know who they are before I play, I'm just not gonna respond, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, can I give you the number, see if you know who it is?
Yes.
Alright. Let me... Nope, I saved it as Rot 13, so let me go into my contacts. It's 420-126-4526.
The stupid thing is that I can't really search
Yeah, you just kind of got to remember,
by number.
like usually the
Yeah.
last four numbers.
Yeah.
me check. I
which
doubt they're
were
in the lemon list, but I'll check.
4526.
4526, yeah. It would be really dumb of them if they were in the lemon list, but I'm checking
Yeah.
it anyway.
I have 4531, 4512.
Here's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
They did text me
Mm-hmm.
while I was asleep. So I wasn't
Okay.
on the lemon list.
Yep. They have your number from somewhere else.
Or they just guessed a number, maybe? But they definitely have it from somewhere else. It's gotta be.
Okay. Yeah.
And it couldn't have been Ken, because I was also
Mhm.
talking to him while they were talking to me, you know?
Right.
I didn't mention it to them.
Yeah. Okay, so I had an interesting phone call today.
Alright.
Yeah.
Was it
From
someone
our,
looking for me, or?
it was our buddy Joshua.
Oh, Joshua. I thought he
Yeah.
washed his hands of me.
Yeah.
What? He was talking about something else, right? Because not everything's about me. Like, he made sure he
no.
told me that not everything's about me.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. He tried to kind of. Okay, so he called and he kind of started the conversation by saying, "Hello, ma'am. This is Joshua. Do you remember me?"
He
And
is very formal. He called me
yes.
sir the whole time. He was trying
Yes.
to tell me I'm like him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he wanted to inform me that my friend Tad is being recruited by an ex-cult leader, for whatever, serial killer thingamabob, whatever.
Well, technically true, but
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. And I let him talk, and he explained something. He said something about like he knows that he knows how this story goes, something. Um
Oh, I can't hear you. Both maybe take a...
Hello? Better?
Yes, now it's
Uh-oh.
better. It's better now. I can hear you now. Can you not hear me? Oh no! It might just take a while.
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
No, I can't hear you.
Oh.
Shit.
Hello?
Hello? Can you
Hello?
hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you as well. Oh.
Alright.
Hold on. One sec. Hello? Yes. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, let me know. Okay, good. Oh, you let me know. Yeah, yeah, okay. All right, bye. Oh, good shit.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, you're super talented. I guess that. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Bye. my god, this guy keeps getting his car stuck.
All right.
It is.
So,
Yeah.
you're
So
in the
what was
middle
I
of
saying?
talking about
Yeah.
Joshua and
Okay. Yeah.
what
So
he
he
was
called.
saying.
Yeah, he was saying something. Just letting me know about how you're getting recruited by a serial killer, like who he's. I think he's distanced himself from this guy, something, and I let him talk, and he didn't really say anything I didn't already know. From talking to you. Um, but I also didn't know like what he knew that I knew.
Yeah.
So I just let him say what he had to say. And I kind of I played along a little bit by saying I really appreciate the information. I don't really know this Kenneth guy. I mean I've introduced myself to him. I met him like twice maybe. I have no like connection to him, so you know, I appreciate the information. And he and then I asked him very politely again, like, can I ask you a question? Why do you care?
Yeah.
Or and he said, well, I thought you would care that your friend is, you know, in this situation. And I said, yes, of course. That's a given. But why do you care? And he didn't really have a good response to that. Um, other than, you know, I've already seen how this story plays out. Um, and that was basically it. Like, so, and that he's distanced himself from Kenneth and doesn't really want to involve himself with Kenneth. I don't know, like
Yeah.
something along those lines, which sounds like okay, he's definitely playing some sort of game here.
Well,
Um,
I'll tell you what happened, and this should
mhm.
make it very clear to you why he
Mhm.
cares.
Mhm.
He was stalking Tessa, and he
Mhm.
found a letter I left by her bike, and he alerted her to it. And then he was super concerned about her. They have a past, they have a history. So he's like the monster she knows. I was the monster she didn't know, you know? So basically, she told him to watch me from a distance. You know, keep your distance, just watch. And he's the one who gave my name and number to Ken. And so now that Ken and I seem to be getting along, and he feels like Ken is recruiting me, and Ken also has a history with Tessa that's also not good. She doesn't want me around him. He is trying to separate himself from this as much as possible so he doesn't have to take the blame. But also, he's trying to separate me from Ken, because if nothing happens there, then he also doesn't have to take the blame, you know?
Yeah.
Uh,
Y-
he he needs to look good in Tessa's eyes. He needs her to use him as a tool for information, which is all she does with
Mhm.
him, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure she gives him information too. I'm sure it's a two-way street there. But,
Mhm.
yeah. So that's what that's all about. He's trying to save face.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, what I kind of gathered just from talking to him was that uh he was painting a picture that would benefit him in some way. And like my initial thought was maybe there's, I mean, not knowing what their relationship is or how the dynamics work and whatever, that maybe there's some sort of um I don't know, some sort of grudge, jealousy, or some like deflection.
It's Ursula.
And what? Oh, really?
Uh, Joshua and Ursula have a sibling relationship. They're like brother and
Oh,
sister. And Ken
okay.
is her fiance. So I'm sure anytime Ursula does
Mhm.
something that Joshua doesn't like, it's probably Ken's fault. But
Yeah,
also Ken
maybe.
isn't a fan of Joshua either. So,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah. So that's kind of what. I mean, it just smelled rotten.
Yeah.
Um, and
He
what?
is right that I should not be hanging around Ken. Like
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
correct. But
Yeah, but
I'm still
also
going to, like, whatever.
Mm.
Yeah, I know. Everyone kind of makes that noise.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
As long as I'm getting something out of my conversations with Ken, I'll keep having conversations with him. Now,
Yeah.
hopefully, I'm not giving him too much, but who knows? You know, if you see me going all cult crazy, maybe slap me in the face and pull me away or something.
Yeah. Like, in this city, there are lots of people who are, on paper, horrible company. Horrible people to associate yourself with. So, you know, I can't, I can only judge so much, But when it comes to people who are manipulative and creepy and secretive on that type of level and um and have a past with brainwashing people and serial killings, you know, and when I hear you say things like, yeah, I mean, he reminds me of my father,
Yeah, I know
you
that's
know,
weird. I know it's weird, and I know
nah, 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 nah. I don't know. I don't want to
it's
say it's
concerning.
weird, but yes, that's
Yeah,
the right word.
it's concerning. Um, here's here's the thing. I I grew up around people like Ken. Um, so he's kind of the monster I know, you know? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not talking about my father when I say I grew up around people like Ken. I grew up around people like Ken.
Yeah.
He is not secretive with me. He's told me horrible things he's done. He's been very open about both brainwashing people and having been brainwashed himself before.
Mm-hmm.
He is not hiding anything from me except for his intentions. And I know he's hiding his intentions from me because he keeps on using the kind of language that people use to recruit people. And then I say,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not joining your group. And he says, "Oh, I'm not trying to get you to." That's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm getting a lot out of our conversations, both information on him, so I kind of know what I'm dealing with, and some information on me. You know, I'm trying to learn who I am right now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Now I'm not Ken. I'm not even anywhere close to that. And I'm not Joshua, no matter how much Joshua tells me on the phone that I'm just like him and he knows what I'm going to do in the future, which concerns me, and I had to alert Tessa to it because I don't I don't I don't see him in myself, but he obviously sees me in himself and he thinks I'm going to hurt
Yes.
her. And so
Um.
if he thinks
Ma-
I'm going to hurt her and he thinks I'm just
mm-hmm.
like him, that tells me that, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I have a feeling he probably has hurt her before. She likes to keep people
Yeah.
who've hurt her close.
Oh wow. Okay. Great.
Well,
Hmm.
to keep an eye on them more than anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
I understand that. Yeah. I mean, to me, he kept saying, kind of, I know how this story ends, and kind of alluding, or I don't even remember if he specifically said that he's been in your position. um, kind of alluding to the fact that he has been recruited by Ken or something like that.
I think he's his own animal.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, there's probably something that I mean, yeah.
Ken described him as a ticking time bomb that
Mhm.
has already gone off, which tells
Mhm.
me he's trying to say I am what he was
Yeah.
without
Maybe.
knowing me. He
Yeah.
knows 6 words I put on a piece of paper by a bike when I was
Mhm.
asleep. That's all he knows of me.
Yeah.
And he knows that I scared Tessa. And
Mhm.
he's done that before. So those are the 2 pieces of information that he's put together that make him think he knows all about me.
Yeah, I don't think he knows. But I think he puts a lot of value in information that he finds and that he hears and that he sees.
Yeah.
Um I mean, I think um he might not be. I mean, I think he's a person who flies under the radar in for a lot of people, which makes him able to spy.
Yeah, that's intentional.
And yes, and I mean, even down to the car that he was driving, the electric Raiden. You know, you can't even hear it coming.
So are we
Uh,
sure that he U-turned by the bank that day?
I mean, I saw when I left. I passed by him, so
You
he did.
passed him when you left.
So I left and I went up from the bank, north,
Huh.
and then I turned around the corner, and then, around the block, and then I went down towards the apartments. And I
All right.
passed him somewhere like after the intersection at Burger Shot, I think. Maybe a little further. So he was still
Interesting.
around, and he was talking to me about that exchange or that, coincidental uh you know meeting, because he
Yeah.
obviously he talked to you about it, I guess, and he knew that I knew as well, so I, I could kind of smell the manipulation and him kind of just doing the work, trying to make me feel at ease and be like, oh yeah, makes perfect sense, because he just said, yeah, like, this city is both so small and so big, like I just happen to be at the bank, and that's all it is. um and I kind of played
Yeah.
along,
He
you
brought it
know.
up because I
Yeah,
brought
yeah.
it up to him, and
Yes,
he knew you were
yes,
there. So
yes.
that's
Yeah,
yeah.
100%. So I could see right through it. I played along a little bit, or I didn't question it, because I feel like it's better for him to assume that I'm a little oblivious.
Sure.
Um, uh, but I could have told him, "Oh, so why did I pass by you
Wow.
when I left? Like you were still
Yeah.
kind of lingering, because we
Yeah.
didn't leave immediately, right?
Nah. We were there
Yeah,
for a little bit.
a little bit. Yeah.
Um. He he lies quite a bit, and I know this
Hmm.
because we were talking about the phone calls, and he says I called you
Yeah.
once to get your voice, and then everything else was Ken, and I go, no, I don't think that's true, because I got 2 calls where nobody talked, and Ken is a talker. He
Hmm.
can't stay quiet. He's too curious, and he's like, okay, well, yeah, I called you twice, but everything else was Ken. And I'm like, yeah, I know it was because he talked. You know,
Hmm. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think Joshua doesn't understand that it wasn't anything Ken did that bothered me. So he did.
Yeah.
He was the one who bothered me.
Um, I mean,
I
or
mean,
maybe he
Ken does
does.
bother me. Ken does bother
Yeah.
me.
Good. Thank
I
you.
don't want you to I don't want
Yeah. Uh-huh.
but like I said, it's the monster I know. You know.
Yes. Okay.
Uh, yeah.
this is where I will kind of say, like I've got experience with like I said, like professionally, uh, getting close to people who are maybe people you don't want to get close to,
Yeah.
and it is a slippery slope, especially if it's someone who, uh, you know, if you project some sort of emotional connection onto them,
Yeah.
you know, and that is something that I just want you to be aware of, that it doesn't kind of just this feeling of connection that it doesn't overshadow everything.
No.
Because
And
that's when shit gets really not
I
good.
am actually unable to tell you what I need to tell you in order to make you or help you feel a little bit better about it.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just say there there are things about how I was raised um, that make it a lot harder for Kenneth if he has any sort of intention
Mm-hmm.
with me, especially if he tries to brainwash me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that has perhaps made me a little more bold with this situation than I would have been otherwise. But
Okay. Okay,
I
let me
think
ask
that's
you this.
okay, and I might be able to answer.
Do you want him to be your friend, or to be his friend, or to be friendly with him, I guess?
I think the term friendly is what we've been
Yeah.
using. We're friendly. I don't think that we're friends. We're
Do you?
friendly. Like we're
Mm-hmm.
like friends, but we're not friends. You know what
Mm-hmm.
that so it's like he's not my enemy, but it's sort of like keeping your enemies close. A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a it's protective. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's just a way that I can feel comfortable calling him on his shit,
Mm-hmm.
which I have done several
Yeah.
times. I'm like, I see
Yeah.
what you're doing with that statement. Here's what you're doing. Stop it. And he just kind of laughs and we continue on with the conversation. Like he doesn't deny it. So,
Yeah.
but I understand that's also kind of encouraging him to try
Mm-hmm.
uh, other.
I mean, it's
I'm
also
I'm of the opinion that
mm,
everything he says could be in manipulation. So it's not a
yeah.
trusting relationship, which is what friends are. Friends
Yes.
trust each other. It's
Yep.
friendly. It's like the guise of friendship,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
And I don't think I can do that with Joshua. He just creeps me out a little too much.
Oh
I
yeah.
think
No. No. Yeah. I mean, I. Yeah.
I've seen Mr. Smiley, like he's put on the
Mm-hmm.
mask for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um I don't I don't think I'm scared of Mr. Smiley, but there are two other there are two other characters that Ken has inside of him that
Right.
he most definitely did not show me, and he hasn't really talked about them much. And I think those are the ones that to be scared of.
Right.
The ones he keeps secret, you know?
Yeah.
The secrets are the scary parts. So I'm getting as much out of him as I can.
Mm-hmm. Do you think? Do you think he's being careless, or do you think it's calculated? The fact that he gives um so much of him so easily to you, like just gives up information and talks to you.
I think a little of column A, a little column B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think he's
Okay.
been careless. Because I've asked him
Yeah.
questions that he's not used to being asked. People don't
Mhm.
ask him questions. They just assume things about him, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he likes to talk, especially
Oh,
about himself.
yes. Yes. I mean, most people do. That's that's what I built my whole career on.
Yeah.
Before
And
I
I
came
made it
here.
clear to him at one point in time that I'm also aware that not only do people like to talk about themselves, they like to lie about
Mhm.
themselves.
Mhm.
And I could
Yeah.
point at Ursula for that one, but I of course didn't
Yeah.
say that to him.
Yeah.
You got to fake it till you make it, you know?
Yes.
I think that's her
Yeah.
philosophy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
But yeah, Joshua concerns me. I don't know the reason I can tell him that I'm nothing like him is because I have no way of predicting him, you know?
Mhm.
I don't know what's coming. Like, he's quiet,
Mhm.
and like the only reason I have ever noticed him watching me is because I knew someone was watching me. So
Yeah.
I was paranoid about everyone, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yes. And I mean, I have a like the messages that you were talking about, the ciphers and stuff that you were getting. I'm just like when I hear what's written in them, I just feel like, that just kind of sounds like Joshua, like the text that I was exchanging with him before I knew who he was.
Yeah.
But why would he do that? Like that, I don't know. Like he just, but I do think he
My
likes to play
question
games.
my
Mm.
question is that last one, that
Mm-hmm.
last text I received. Like the first
Yeah.
text I received is I was looking for you. I am looking
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
The last text says we.
Right.
Like we can make it a game, something like that, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does
I think
we
I
can make
guess
it
we
a
can make
game?
it a game. But is
But does
is
that
that
mean
we
you and
me
him?
or yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Is that does the we include me or does the we
Yeah, I think that might be you and him or you and them
oh, maybe.
because I remember asking or saying something very similar. Um, like, do you want answers or do you want to play games?
Well, here's the
I
thing.
think.
If this is him and he really wants to get to me, why not give me a fake name? I made it pretty easy.
When
I want to because I said I don't like anonymity, you
yeah,
know. So I won't play
I
your
said the
game.
exact same thing. I said the exact same thing.
And then he's like in due time or something like that. Like
Yeah,
no,
I said the exact same thing.
that's not what's gonna happen here.
Yeah.
You know, you
Okay,
either tell
give
me
me
who
one
you are
sec.
or nothing.
Hello. Hi. How's it going? Oh, I'm kind of in the middle of a conversation. Hmm. It is. It is. Yes. Yes. It is. I don't know if I am. Ooh, it is getting to that time, but yeah, maybe half an hour. Wait, what? What? Say again? Oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, everything's yeah, all the scraps are just crap right now, but they should get fixed. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Good question. Let me just wait. I can see everything. What the fuck? Everything was a pile of scraps earlier, but now it's all good again. I don't understand. Like for me, it is, and I haven't even taken a nap in between. I don't know. I don't understand. Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah, yeah. It was for me like maybe 3 hours ago or something. Um, yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. If I am, I will. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she knows you're good for it, so I can definitely do that. All right. Yeah, no worries. If I see her, I will do that. All right. Okay, no worries. Good luck with the food and see you tomorrow. Okay, bye. All right, sorry about that. And I will need like a minute and a half.
All right.
I'm so sorry. You okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. No, no. You're so far away now. Okay. Okay. I'm coming close. Oh, you want to sit on the valve thingy?
No, it felt like I was gonna fall.
Yeah. Uh, where were we before all the interruption?
I don't know.
Me neither.
Joshua hides.
Yes.
Joshua's a
Yeah.
hider. He's a hider.
Yeah.
He's a secret keeper.
He is. He is. And also
Sneaky.
sneaky. Yeah. I think the reason why
Sneakier
he.
than sneaky.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I think he. Well, I mean, he probably approached me because I'm close to you. He hopes to get to you through me. Also, I think he kind of feels like we are little um like meeting way back when, kind of that we left on a good foot
Yeah,
because
you're
he's yeah
friendly
he
associates.
yeah, I think he might think that way. And he comes by and buys food at Takosuya pretty often. And he even asked, "Did you get your food stall back?" Oh, nice. Congratulations. So
That's
it's
good.
very much yeah. Yeah, I mean he
That makes me like him a tinge more because
yeah.
it's something that's not about him. You know.
Good taste. Yes. Yeah, but I feel like that is it's like a lot of the pleasantries. It is I told someone this way back when we were talking about like how to interact with people, that it is learned behaviors and learned, kind of things that you say, things that you ask, things that you do in order to make other people feel comfortable. You don't do it because you want to know. Like,
Yeah.
he probably doesn't give two shits. I mean, he probably likes the food, um, which is fine. But if someone else owned the place, I think he'd be fine. But it is it's a good way to kind of try to butter someone up, show interest in them and something that you can assume is important to them.
Yeah.
Also
Well.
show that you know that
Yeah. You know
that's like a
something
thing.
about them. You know.
Yeah,
You've been paying
yeah,
attention to them
yeah, exactly. So
in
that
a
seems
non
pretty
creepy way.
friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a non-creepy way. Yeah, because that's like stuff that anyone could know.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I feel like he is he's being pretty clever, but But yeah, he doesn't know that, you know, there are other people who are smart in that way as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's something that I've honed those skills for almost 20 years. To
That's what
just
my
how do you read? Yeah.
that's what my charm's about. It's not. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's for lack of a better way of describing it, because we have been talking about Ken. It's like a mask I put
Mhm.
on,
Yeah. Same.
you know, uh, and people feel comfortable talking to me because of it.
Same.
Now, not everyone does. It does obviously. It doesn't work for everyone, but like, it's something that I found that works in most cases. So,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, like you said, like I said earlier, like people like to talk about themselves. And if someone shows interest, wants to listen, or isn't immediately just interjecting with stuff about themselves or whatever, that it's a form of flattery, but also it like creates this feeling of a bond, like you have someone who listens to you,
yeah,
and it is very important. I mean, I that's how I made my first friends here, like someone who actually wanted to, well, I mean, wanted to talk more than maybe listen, but just entertained, wanted to have a conversation with me.
yeah. I mean, that's how you and I became friends.
Yeah.
Is, we had conversation.
Yeah.
And granted, my recent traumas meant a lot of the early conversations were completely about me. But, um,
But I mean,
well, even then,
yeah.
no, I guess they weren't, because I asked you about your past,
Yeah.
like right
They
away.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tend to ask questions that sometimes people are uncomfortable answering, so I always have to use the
Mhm.
caveat, like, you can
You
tell
don't
me
have to.
what
Yeah.
you want to tell me. You don't have to tell me
Mhm.
everything, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's I think he's I think he think he's playing a more clever game than what he actually is.
I think he
Or
thinks
that it
there's a
would
game to
probably
play.
I
And
mean,
that's.
yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Also, like the game is just propping himself up, I guess,
Yeah.
based on what you said, like just kind of making himself win.
Yeah. Well,
Um, but it might not be as easy as he thinks. But he's laying the groundwork for sure.
I think it doesn't really matter if it's as easy as he thinks,
Nope.
because if he finds that he's losing, I'm in danger probably. Because from what I know,
Mhm.
what I've learned of Joshua, he I don't think he was a part of the Smileys, but he's
Mhm.
he's done some similar things. I don't want to say he's a serial killer because I don't know for sure,
Mhm.
but he's on par, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not doing that now, but all he needs is one excuse. I was telling Ken he may
Yeah.
have been a ticking time bomb that went off a long time ago, but you can always reset the clock,
Yeah.
remake the bomb, you know.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I think it is interesting that he does not even have a profile picture on the MDT.
No, he probably follows all the rules.
But
He's being a good boy.
even if he does, oftentimes, people, well, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing.
Following the rules is a great way to hide. It's a
Oh,
great way
yes.
to be anonymous.
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
Nobody gives a shit if you're a rule follower.
no.
You don't
Now,
go against the grain.
what I think is funny is that uh, I mentioned that I don't have a profile to Ken, and he goes, "Yeah, I know." I thought that was very interesting.
Why?
Well, because it makes it seem like I'm following the rules. I haven't been caught by the cops, so therefore I must be hiding something because that's what happens here is if you find ways to be invisible, it's because you're hiding something. But in my case, it's just because they're always in a fucking police chase, so they
Yeah,
don't
who
pull
the
me over
yes.
for running red
Yeah,
lights. And
same.
they never respond when I decide, hey, you know what, this 7-Eleven or 24/7 or whatever the hell they're called, that guy's just been on his phone and been super rude to me, so I'm just going to take the money out of this till.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yep.
They never respond to
Yeah.
that. But
Yep. You know what happened to me once? There was a local outside of the clothing store.
yeah.
Doesn't matter. Uh, Outside of the clothing store, I came out. I was waiting for Ethan. I had this whole fucking the treasure. No, not treasure hunt. Well, what's it called? Like a scavenger hunt thing, little thing planned out, and I was just waiting for him to come pick me up when he was ready. And this local was just. She was just walking against the wall, like looking so uncomfortable, just hitting the wall over and over again. So, I, j- you know, I just decided to knock her out. And then I went to wait for my ride, and the cops showed up. And they were like, "Oh, is has there been like violence going on here? What's happening? What's going on?" I was like, "I've never seen this happen ever in my life. Like this must be a slow fucking day."
Yeah.
If the fact that I punched a local makes them respond. And yeah,
Were
but
they maybe
I mean,
new? Just looking for any
no,
situation to respond
no, no, they
to?
were.
No?
They also one
Seasoned
of them
veteran?
one of them told me she was gonna cavity search me, and then
Why?
she I don't remember, but then I think I said don't threaten me with a good time, uh, and then she realized she doesn't know what a cavity search is, and then she said, "Oh, this is my wife, by the
Oh,
way." Yeah, well, I don't know.
okay.
Anyway,
Well,
it was a
oh,
whole fucking thing. It was just
wait.
yeah.
Okay, so now I'm doubly confused. Because,
Uh-huh.
okay, cavity search,
Yep.
we
Yep.
both know what that means.
Mhm.
Not needed in this case. Then
Nope.
she says she doesn't know what it is. Okay, so that
Yeah.
explains
Mhm.
why
Why she would say,
would
"Yep.
say that. Then she says she has a wife.
Yep." I think it was because I was kind of flirting with her.
Okay.
That's why she said, "Oh, this is my wife, by the way."
All right.
Yeah.
She needs to
Yeah.
learn what a cavity is.
Yes.
I
I
think.
think so too. Poor wife. Anyway.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I sure got myself into a bit of trouble, you know? Um,
Mhm.
just just from sending some texts.
Yeah.
So,
Were you
and now I'm fine with the person I sent the text to. So, like we're not friends, like we're not hanging
Mhm.
out or anything. But
Yeah.
uh
It's not awful.
we're cordial,
Yeah.
you know. And maybe in the future
Mhm.
we'll be friends, but right now, you know, just
Yeah.
cordial.
Yeah. I think that's an okay place to be at. Um so were you talking to Kenneth today?
Yeah,
Did you
just via
meet
text.
Oh,
We're
just via text. Okay.
yeah, we might meet up tomorrow at some
Okay.
point. Um, eh, I don't
Mhm.
I don't actually feel like I'm in any danger unless he decides he's gonna bring someone. Because I feel like the one thing he hasn't done that I've expected him to do is sort of make a show of force, like show
Mhm.
me that he could make me do something.
Right.
Um, and he hasn't done that. And so I'm
Mm.
just sort of waiting for the other foot to fall there, the other boot to drop,
Yeah,
the
shoot,
other
yeah.
shoe to tumble. However
Yeah.
that saying goes.
Whatever that saying is, yeah.
And
Yeah.
if he does that, it will change whatever dynamic we currently have. And I've pretty much said that to him
Yeah.
several times, very clearly.
Mhm.
So if he wants to keep talking to me, he won't do that.
Yeah,
But
and yeah.
I don't know what he thinks he can accomplish by doing that. So he might do it anyway. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's probably or I assume he likes to keep you comfortable because that's the only way to get any progress with anyone. Or I mean, no, it's not the only way, but you know, especially if you want to bring someone closer, that's the way to do it.
Well, he wants me to trust him.
Yes.
And I say every single conversation we have together that I don't trust him. So he knows.
Yeah. He's chipping
But
away at it like
one of these days, maybe he'll have a conversation with me where I'll be like, "Yeah, I trust you." You know, that's
Yeah.
what he's waiting for.
Yeah, that's
He's not gonna get that
exactly
if
right.
he shows me force. So
That's right.
yeah, he's
But-
probably not gonna get it either way. But you know,
I kind of hope that's the case. Not because Nah, just because yeah, like there's
because you want to continue being able to be my friend.
yes.
That's why.
Yeah. And I don't want to lose you to some
Yeah.
Kenneth.
I won't be that hard to lose, or I won't be. Well, I'll be way more
Uh-oh.
difficult to lose than. I'm
Uh-oh.
bad with my words. Listen,
Uh-oh.
listen. I think you're stuck with me, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
So
Okay. Well, that's good.
the only way I lose you is if I decide to join a cult and then you won't join with me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I will not. I mean,
Unless
The other
I
way-
convince you with a show of force.
yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that will end real poorly.
We'll totally be friends if I do that.
Yes. Yes, totally. Yeah, I'm very good with people just, you know, doing violent things and forgiving them.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
You know.
You've lived in Los Santos long enough that you wouldn't have any friends if you didn't, you know, forgive
Sure, yeah.
some things. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, however, you know, there are some things that yeah, I just can't.
Yeah.
But what I
Well,
was
I'll
supposed
let
to
you
say
know
something.
if he starts trying
Yeah.
to introduce me to his friends who are scarier or more forceful or whatever. Because I've basically tried. Like I'm never gonna be like, hey, Signy, come meet with the serial killer cult leader with me. Because at first, when we were first gonna meet, we were thinking about bringing plus ones, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, who would I trust to be my plus one? There's only one person, but I'm not gonna expose you to that. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna meet alone, and you're just gonna have to not kill me, buddy.
Yeah.
And he didn't. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I am to be honest, like I'm less scared that they will at this point that they will harm you physically.
Yeah, I think I made myself
Because it-
too much of a commodity. for him.
Yes, and I mean they have too much of a vested interest in like just keeping you close. You don't want to chop someone's head off if you want to recruit them, you know?
Yeah.
There's so I'm less scared of that and more scared of things getting muddied The
Yeah.
slippery slope. Getting too
What's
close, flying too close to the sun.
What's funny to me is they
Mhm.
want to recruit me into a cult or a family of serial killers.
Mhm.
When I cry when I accidentally kick a dog,
Yeah.
you know, uh,
Mhm.
well, apparently Kenneth doesn't like hurting animals either. But also, like,
Mhm.
I haven't even I haven't even been in a fist fight, not an intentional one, since I've been here.
Mhm.
Like, not even playfully.
Y-
I've hit you a
Well,
couple times
yes.
accidentally,
Yeah, we.
but it
Well,
wasn't.
yeah.
Yeah, I watched an intentional fist
Yeah.
fight
Yeah.
that was just goofing off, but I haven't even been in one of
Mhm.
those. So I
Yeah.
don't know what they think they're
Yeah.
gonna get if they try to recruit me.
Yeah.
Just someone who has I don't know, a draw,
Maybe.
like a little bit of charm. I maybe could
Yeah.
charm someone into a position where they could
Yeah.
take care of him. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe it's also so one of. I think you know how predators work. They find people who are or not even people. They find prey that is vulnerable in some way, oftentimes because they might be
Alone or
loners.
disillusioned with
Yeah.
the world. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the cult leader's handbook.
Yes.
I knew that's how I know he's trying to recruit me, is because he keeps bringing up things like that. How I want
Yeah.
to find validation or
Yeah.
companionship
Belonging.
or
Yep.
belonging or
Yep.
freedom of some sort. Um,
Mhm.
and I'm just like,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to work a little harder than that, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know if I've told you. My grandfather, he was the face of a cult, and
Yeah, I think you mentioned it.
and my grandmother was the shadow leader.
Mhm.
Well, she raised me, so I know the tricks.
Yeah.
Like, I can choose to point them out to him or ignore them, and I've done a little bit of both because I don't want him to think that I know all of his tricks,
Yeah.
because then he'll try to find other ones that maybe I won't know.
Mhm.
But I'm very aware of what our conversations are. But you know the funny thing about conversations, recruitment
Mhm.
conversations to cults, is they're a lot like getting to know a friend.
Oh yeah.
The only reason that the only reason that I can say you're my friend and not trying to recruit me to your cult is because of a feeling I get when I talk to you.
Mhm.
I don't get that feeling with him.
Mhm.
I get a different feeling with him.
Yeah.
And that feeling is very much a you are prey.
Yeah.
But I tell you who I get that feeling with more is Joshua.
Mhm.
Talking to Joshua to me feels like someone is taking sandpaper to my skin.
Yeah.
He's trying
Yeah.
to skin me before he has even pointed his gun.
Yeah.
So that's why Joshua scares me more, even though everyone
Y-
says Ken should. It's because Ken is the monster I know, you know?
yes. Yes. I would like from my perspective, um yeah, Joshua is he's like the lone wolf kinda. Or like
Yeah.
he's like a solo type of guy who is dangerous because of that. Um but I don't think I mean we all have our I mean the monster we know and the one that scares us more.
Yeah.
but I still think they're both,
They're both worth being scared of.
yes, and cautious of, I guess. Like I'm not actively scared that they will, you know, right now do anyone any physical harm, but they have their tendencies.
I don't think
Um,
I don't think Ken will do any physical harm to anyone. I think he'll convince other people to do it.
yeah.
He doesn't want to go back to prison.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think right now he's trying to convince me to be that person.
Yeah, probably.
I'd much rather he try to convince me than try to convince someone who would actually do it.
Mhm.
Now that said, if I feel like I'm slipping at all, you'll know.
Mhm. Yeah.
Sneaky will know. Tessa will know. Joe will know.
Mhm.
So long as Joe pulls through,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Let's hope that happens.
I'm not gonna keep I'm not gonna keep it a secret if I feel like I'm losing control there.
Yeah.
Mm,
I think I think it might be hard to tell.
sure.
Um, but it might be easier from the outside.
I think I think it'll be easier for me to tell than you know, but
Yeah, I mean, yes. That's fair. Um, you have
but the person who's gonna know first is probably Tessa.
mhm.
And there are reasons for that, but I think I don't think you need to worry.
Mhm. I mean, I will.
I know you will, but
Yeah.
you don't need to.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
will, but you don't
I
need
will.
to.
I mean, with
You know,
people like
it's like
this, yeah. Uh-huh.
Sneaky told me not to worry about something, and I'm like, you can't control when you feel
Yeah.
an emotion.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't. I know I don't need to, but I do.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I'm freaked out by that car
Which one? The
that
red
has
one?
been. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel
because
like it
Joshua
used
had
to
a
be
red one.
white.
There was a white one, and now it's a red one. So it's definitely not anything to be worried about, but I gotta.
There's a limo at the end of that line.
Yes, yes, there's like a traffic jam because that car. I don't understand what's going on. I need to go
There's,
figure it out. It's. Oh my god. Oh. It's almost like they were just hanging out over there,
waiting
just
for us to come
waiting.
down.
And then yeah. Then they left.
Huh.
Hmm. That is pretty
Well,
awful.
listen, I didn't respond to the cipher. He's probably just
Yeah, just waiting.
waiting for me to get done with my conversation, so maybe I'll
Yeah.
respond.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy.
I couldn't tell what kind of car it was. I'm not a good car person.
Yeah, me neither.
But I definitely saw that line there for
Yes,
it
for a
was a
long
good
time.
it was a good
Yeah.
hour probably.
Yeah, and I mean it was a white car, and then it was a red car. So it seems a little Harry Pottery, but who knows?
We might just be paranoid.
Oh yeah,
So
but like also been watched, so you
yeah, I
know.
was paranoid of Joshua, and look who ends up being one of the people who watches me. Although
Yep.
apparently he hasn't been watching me for 3 weeks, he says.
Yeah, he said like he kept saying that to me as well, like for a month. Yeah, I haven't done this for a month, and I'm like, yeah,
Mm,
okay. Didn't say anything about
yeah,
it, but yeah,
yeah.
mm-hmm.
He was at the meeting the other night. I think I
Yes, yeah.
told you. It
Wait.
was in a line. It was me, and then Ken, and then Joshua.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
But
was sitting behind you.
uh, before we were in that particular line, uh, Joshua was the one that got close to me,
Yeah.
and then he moved away.
Yeah.
And then Ken got bold
Mm-hmm.
and made sure he was separating us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know. Um, I don't know how much of that was Ken wanting to be close to his prey, which some of
Mm-hmm.
it was, definitely. And some of it was trying to separate Joshua from his,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because they don't get along.
Yeah.
And I just
It
sat there
is.
and pretended like I was oblivious.
Yes. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I put
Just
myself
didn't know.
there. I knew what was
Mm-hmm.
going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really happy when you just wanted to leave a little bit early, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that did not pass. Oh, shocker.
What didn't pass?
Unconstitutional. The legislation that she was talking about during that whole town hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't
No,
pass.
there's no
On.
way for it to pass because so many people, the point that I brought up even, so
Mm-hmm.
many people live in houses that they don't own. They're still paying the
Yeah.
bills. The
Yeah.
person may come back to pay the bills because they have a relationship with the people living in the house.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
maybe can't come back all the time, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yeah, so unconstitutional on multiple points. Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
which
Now,
is
I
fair.
I do think there maybe does need to be something done about that,
Oh yes,
but
I don't think it's
especially about
legislation.
things you know, being there's got to be like you can take people to court for neglecting their property. That's a
Mm-hmm.
thing. But you've got to have proof that they're neglecting their property.
Yeah.
And there just is nothing. Like
Mm-hmm.
all she could do to prove that someone was neglecting their property is they're not making
Purchases.
transactions.
Yep.
But I give people
They can
food
use
all the time.
cash. Yeah.
Well, even if they can track the cash purchases, like
Mm-hmm.
people get
I mean, they
things from
can't.
other
Yeah.
people all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
There's no proof that they are not here.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. 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 It
like,
is.
nothing that would hold up in court, at least. You know.
No. And yeah. And there was a lot of stuff that the justice just pointed out, like, yeah, no, this doesn't work. Like the whole idea of people holding on to properties that they don't use or that they're not around, that infringes on people's rights to property. It's like, what? Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I think if you really want a property, you're gonna find out how to get one. There are lots of people around here who own more than one who probably would be
yes.
willing to sell you one for a lot of money.
Oh, some would. Yeah, we were talking about this with Jasper today. Um, and how fucked it is that people who don't even need the money will
Yeah.
just, you know, make the whole housing market fucked and just
Yeah.
hike up the prices. Yeah, he was looking to buy a property of a friend of his. And he offered 2 mil. It's a nice house in a nice neighborhood. Pretty big as well, or I don't know how big it is on the inside, but still. But 2 mil, not enough.
Yeah. I
And
think
if she sold it for 2 mil, she would have gotten more than what she paid for. You know.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a better legislation might be something like limiting the amount of property somebody can own. So, like,
Mm,
you have one residential, one commercial, and then,
yeah.
you know, that doesn't mean that you can't have access to more than one, but you just got to spread the ownership
Yeah.
around, you know?
Yeah.
In this town, a lot of the people who own multiple, like a lot of
Properties,
look
yeah.
at properties, they're usually the clean man for a gang, you know.
Yeah, probably.
So like they own the properties because they're not going to go into debt because they're committing
Mm-hmm.
crime.
Mm-hmm.
And then the gangs, then they have places to stay and
Yeah.
do their business, whether it be legal business or illegal business.
Whatever it is,
Um,
yeah. The I think the problem with that is if there was such legislation pushed right now, how could you like what's it called, like uh post posthumously or like after the fact
yeah.
kind of kick people out of their
Well,
properties
I
if
think you'd
they're
have to grandfather the people who already have it like that.
and then we're in the same
Then we're in the same
situation.
position, but
Yeah,
then at least those people can't eat up properties as they become available. You know,
that's true. Yeah.
so they're grandfathered into what they already have.
Yeah,
But
that's not a
and if they
yeah.
decide to sell some of those off, then
Mhm.
they can sell down to two, and then they won't be able to get any more
Yeah.
unless they sell one of those. You know,
Yeah.
that's
Transfer it to someone.
that's my thought. It wouldn't be
Mhm.
popular though, and
Yeah.
like I don't think I'll ever even try to own a house, so it
Mhm.
doesn't really matter to me. But there are a lot of people who've been trying to get property
Yeah.
for a long time. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I think it is I would like to own a property. Uh I feel kind of
Would you give me a key?
uh, maybe
Maybe
if you behave.
if I'm not in a cult.
Yeah, if you're not in a cult
If I
and
don't if I don't invite Ken over and
yes.
Joshua
Yeah.
isn't like constantly lurking outside.
Yep. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Those things are yeah. Mhm. Um and well, I would have to put a lock on the bedroom door maybe.
Well, I just wouldn't go in
Hmm.
your bedroom.
That's also true. You wouldn't,
That's
but no,
I
not
I
a
would
lock, but
I would respect your privacy.
yes,
Yeah.
I would not doubt that at all. Um, maybe soundproofing. Maybe that's the one I'm looking for.
Oh, well,
Um,
I'll swear ear pods.
okay, good. Um, but yeah, so the thing with property is I feel like I've been sitting on a pile of money for a long time.
Yeah.
I have nothing to spend it on.
Except your friend Tad.
Yes. Yeah, that's one thing. Um,
And all the new people who show up and don't know what to
yeah,
do.
that I haven't been helping out recently because I haven't
Uh,
been
have they been
bothered.
calling
But
still?
um,
I've seen your ad
sometimes,
up occasionally.
yeah, occasionally. The problem is that I usually try to put them up when I wake up at Storm.
Yeah.
But nowadays I don't wake up at the apartments. I wake up at our like the business's house in the south side because that's right next to City Hall where I need to go to clock in before I go to the PD meeting.
Yeah.
So I don't even go to the apartment, so I never put up my signs and then I forget and
Oh, yeah.
you know. But
I
I
don't
need to get
suppose it
back to
matters
that.
much. People will figure it out,
Hmm.
or they won't. But
Yeah.
it is nice to have a nice, friendly voice to,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
get you
Oh,
going.
I actually met someone who's been like today, who's been around for like 4 days, I think. I was driving up north, and I just see this tow truck. It just yeets itself off a bridge into the water.
Oh no!
Yeah, I was
I've
like,
done
what
that.
the hell
Been
just
there.
happened?
Done that.
And so I stopped and I was like, oh God, that guy must be dead. Well, not dead, but kind of just standing there looking very sadly at his tow truck.
Yeah, that's the
And
end of
yeah,
his
then I
day. That's
yeah,
the end
yeah,
of
I
his
was like,
tow day.
well, yeah, and he seems to have the same issue. Or, didn't you have the issue with sanitation that you can't finish the jobs? Or
No,
was it someone else?
that's with a wood chopper.
That's with that one. Yeah, yeah.
Sanitation.
Someone
You
else.
kind of the jobs will finish, but then in order to get like actual money out of it, you have to know how to
Mm-hmm.
do all the
Yes.
You have to. You really need
Sell
to
the
do
materials.
sanitation with somebody else the first time. You can't.
Yes, you do.
It's not going to be easy. And actually, that might be the problem with the lumberjacking.
Maybe,
Like
yeah.
maybe I just don't know how to finish the. I
Maybe
sell
you
I
just
sell all
don't
the
know how to
lumber to the
finish, yeah.
dude. You know.
Yep.
Actually, let me
Yep.
see if I have any. If I manage to get any experience,
Yeah.
any rep
Any
with that
good
dude.
standing with the guy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me see here.
I am.
Well, um, nothing happened. Apparently,
Punched
can you
by
hear
a ghost?
me? Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you hear
Hello?
me?
Yes, I
Can you hear
can.
me? Okay.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I got one reputation with lumberjacking.
Nice. Nice. Very nice.
And
I
I
think.
spent something like 4 hours getting that one
Yeah.
reputation.
Yeah, yeah. I think Angela, who I work with, she got like 0.4 with the lumber guy or something. So I don't know.
Great.
Also, did you see me get punched by a ghost or something?
No, I don't know what happened.
Me neither, but owie!
Do you
I
want
felt like I got
Do you want a
punched.
bandage?
Well, it didn't hurt that much. It was more scary than
Alright.
anything.
Yeah, I must have got punched too because I need a bandage.
Well, you did also fall down the thing. So
Yeah, but I put on a bandage after that. Remember?
I do, but okay. Anyway, yeah.
Um.
Okay, that's super weird. I don't know.
Yeah, guess that ghost punched us both. It definitely wasn't.
Oh my god.
Definitely wasn't me slipping while I was trying to get my tablet out or anything.
Wait. Oh, you did? Uh oh. I didn't see that.
What?
I did not see that.
I think you had your own. I think you had your own tablet out and you couldn't
Did
hear
I?
me
Oh yeah, that's
because I
that's
apologize
probably
for
why.
it
Oh my god. No,
profusely.
but it's that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, that is weird. Okay. Well, apology accepted.
Great.
Um. Yeah.
Yeah, you should probably go to bed soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
If I
dark
think
out
I'm
here,
getting,
so
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It is dark for a little bit. Maybe, like 30 more minutes.
Yeah.
It is midsummer's this weekend, so
Ooh.
we're right at that time when actually
Everything's light for
let me see.
longer.
Okay, so official time for when the sun comes up is 3:54, but like it's already kind of light outside, much earlier than that.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's in the south. In the
Interesting.
north, they have the what's it called? Nightless night.
Hmm. You know, like the just daytime all the time.
Yep.
That doesn't
Yep.
sound like fun. That sounds like that would drive me nuts.
Yeah, some people really, really struggle with it. Not being up. Well, I mean, I haven't been up north for extended periods of time, during the summer, or not in general, but even down south where it like the sun sets at like 11 p.m. and it goes up like a couple hours later.
Just a second. I got another cipher.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. That's much more interesting than talking about the sun.
Huh. They changed it.
Oh.
It is no longer Route 13. So let me see if I can figure out what it is.
Hmm. Standing in the middle of this freaking bush. I'm getting ticks or something, I think.
I can't figure it out.
Oh.
Let me send it to you. Maybe you can figure it out.
Let's see.
Granted, I haven't sat and like used my brain. I just use my browser.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
Mm-hmm. The fact that there are
huh.
so few letters. Oh, did you get somewhere?
No, I've checked all the rot and all
Mm-hmm.
the Caesars. Um, it's got to be like a combination of something,
Hmm.
but I don't know what. Uh, but I already told them I wasn't playing without knowing who they were.
That's
Maybe
true.
this is who they are, but I doubt it because it ends with a question mark. There are two V's.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, that needs to be that has to be some sort of block, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, it feels like there are too few. Hmm.
Feels like they put it through a couple different ones.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think of any that, or like put half of it through one and half of it through another. Trying to think of a word that has two letters that are the same
Yeah,
letter.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that...
Ooh. Oh, oh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess if I end up dead in the next few days, it's either Ken or Joshua or who I have in my phone as Rot13. Or maybe Sneaky.
Maybe someone just, you know,
I think it's just
fell
someone
on
fucking
their...
around.
Yeah, there's someone just, bashed their head against the keyboard.
It's like a cat got the keyboard.
Yeah.
Oh. Well. Unless the V's are
Could it be some sort of shorthand?
yeah, I don't good game?
No.
GG? No.
Mmm.
Maybe it's like a actual yeah, like shorthand, like they're talking in, you know, internet
Yeah,
acronyms or
internet
something.
speak, yeah. I'm
KK
too
would be
old for
like
that.
okay.
Yeah.
GG is good game.
Mm-hmm. Or,
WW is Weight Watchers. Oh.
yeah.
BB is like babe.
Mm-hmm.
I
Hmm.
don't. I don't know.
I have no
I don't.
idea.
You know what? I still haven't agreed to play their game.
Yeah, that's
Their
true.
game.
That is true.
So
So fuck that.
yeah, fuck
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Just wasting my time and mental energy.
Yeah. Yeah, brain power, my god.
You know, and it may very well be meant to do that. It may not mean anything,
Yeah.
that one. They may just
Yep.
depend on me, like, trying to figure it out for hours.
Are we on?
Are we on?
I don't know why I read that way.
Well, it could be. I think it's the right amount of letters, right? So
It is, yeah, that's why. VV, we,
VV.
XN, on. I don't know why the we on. I don't know.
Yeah. Not a cipher, but
It doesn't, no. Just,
just
have someone slightly dyslexic read it and see what they say.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Well,
All right. You should go bed.
yeah, that is the plan.
I am going to go home for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And just chill.
Yeah.
Just chill.
Mm-hmm.
And hope that my therapist wakes up, because boy, could I
Yes.
use her right now.
Yes.
I mean, she is. Our last conversation that we had, she was angry at me,
Oh, she was?
and she was not very therapist-like, because she was going
No,
through
that
a hard
doesn't sound like
time,
it.
and I was
Mm.
telling her that I was talking to Ken, so
Yeah, so she wasn't loving that.
she was not loving that, and
Yeah.
she dropped her therapist
Mm-hmm.
facade and became friend facade for a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Like angry friend.
That is tricky.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I reminded her. I pointed out I let it go for a little bit, then I eventually pointed out to her how she was talking to me and said, I'm going to forgive it because I think you're going through some hard times right now.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to let you know that I notice how you're talking to me right now. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
She's
Well,
the one who cares if she's professional. So I wanted to make sure
yes.
she knew that she wasn't
Yeah.
being, I don't really
Yeah,
care.
I think that's good. No,
Yeah.
but I think it's good feedback to give.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway,
But let's
drive
hope
safe.
she wakes up. Yeah, you too. I should be fine. Alright. Good night.
Good night. Hello?
My name's Kara. I'm looking to make friends. Do you want to be my friend?
Well, hey, Kara. I don't know you yet, but I sure like friends myself.
All right. What's your name? What's your favorite color? What do you like to do for a job? What is your mom's favorite meal? What do you do on a Saturday when you got nothing else to do? What's your daily schedule like?
All right. My name is Tad. 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 You know?
Hey.
Tad. Yeah. My favorite color is green, like a dark green, you know? Like
Oh.
bright and dark, like forest or hunter green, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. What? Your name's Kara. What's your favorite color?
Orange.
Orange. Orange.
Yeah.
Orange and green go well together.
Yeah.
I'm looking
I'm
at
wearing
some.
orange and green.
I'm looking at some flowers that are orange in the green
Oh,
grass
it's a
right
sign.
now. Yeah. Yeah. All right. What was the next question?
What's your favorite home cooked meal by your mom?
Oh, well, I never had a home cooked meal by my mom. So,
What? Never.
yeah, never. Sorry,
Well,
but
that's ridiculous.
one of my favorite dishes I ate as a kid, it was actually a side. It's fried mushrooms, like morel mushrooms. Can only get them at one time a year, and you
Oh.
gotta go mushroom hunting. You gotta go find them, and you gotta make sure they're not the poisonous type because those will make you sick. But yeah, go hunt for morel mushrooms, and then go and you soak them in
This good information. This is real good information.
yeah, you soak them in like salt water, like overnight, and then you rinse them real good because they got all that sand and grit and dirt in them, you know. And then
Yeah.
you put them in egg wash and some flour and like some seasoned flour, and then you fry them up. Oh, that's so tasty, Kara. So tasty. What was your favorite meal?
Well, usually it would be when my mom would make long pig for us all. They was special and they was real nice.
What's long pig?
Human.
Oh, human.
Yeah.
All right. Why?
You ever
why
had
do
it
you call?
before?
No. Why do you call human long pig?
Because it tastes like pork.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. So where do you get the pork chop on a person?
Well, stomach, thigh. Oh, thigh's good muscle.
All right.
I mean, maybe you want more fat. It all depends.
Well, I would say this is good information, but I don't think I'm ever going to cook a human, Kara.
What? Why not?
Yeah, it's just not. It's just not something I want. I try most things. I just don't. I don't really have any desire to try that one. But
What?
you do you. You know.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, what was the next question?
What do you like to do on a Saturday when you got nothing else to do?
Well, I got a new motorbike. I've been really enjoying riding around on it. Ramping up, trespassing on property I'm not supposed to be on, and like pulling ramps and stuff and jumping all over the place. And I get hurt quite a bit, but it's worth it. That adrenaline,
Interesting.
Yeah. What do you like to do on a Saturday?
Make friends.
Hey, that's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
We all need some friends.
Yeah.
All right. What's your next question?
That was all of them.
That was all of them. We got through
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah, we did. Does that
I
mean
think we're
friends
pretty
now?
close to best friends now.
What?
Pretty close. Not quite there, but we're pretty close.
Oh, it's great. All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. I don't know what to say now, Kara.
Yeah, I think that's the end of the phone call.
All right. Well, you have a great day, best friend.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, Buttons.
Hey, Chad, how's it going?
Oh, okay. What's going on?
Wait, what? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? It's things
Well, I
are
mean,
okay.
you said it in a way that sounded
Well,
a little,
the way
know.
you said my name, you said, "Hey, Tat," like you didn't actually want to be calling me, but you're calling me. So now my guard's
Wait, what
up
do
a
you
little bit.
mean? If I didn't want to call you, why would I call you?
I don't
This
know.
don't make sense, Chad.
Okay. All right. I don't
I
make
feel
sense.
like you're
What's
being
going on, man?
you're a tad reaching there, Tad.
All right. What's up, man? What's going on?
Well, I was just calling to just check in on you, see how you're doing.
Oh, I'm doing okay.
Okay, cool.
How are you doing?
Well, to be honest, I've been better. I have been better, but
Oh, that's sad to
I
hear.
am starting to get in my groove again. Though I actually gave somebody therapy yesterday. It went
Alright.
really well, so I'm happy about that.
Sure.
Um,
That's great, man.
they gave me a 10 out of 10 rating.
All right.
I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
But then that started to get me reflecting on, some other people I've helped out, and I don't know. I feel like I could have done better, and I apologize, Chad. I feel like I did you a disservice, man. I just want to be the bigger clown and say I'm sorry.
Well, I appreciate that, man. But you know what? Just because your style of therapy doesn't work with one person doesn't mean it doesn't work with other people. That's just kind of how therapy is. You kind of have to, shop around a little bit until you find something that works for you.
See, and that's why I make my first sessions free.
Yeah, well, it's nice. That's a nice thing to do. because that way people will know. They'll be like either, oh yeah, Buttons really works for me, I want to pay him for my second session, or they'll be like, you know, Buttons doesn't really work for me, but he's a stand-up guy. He's not even charging me for that first session that we had, where, you know, I figured out he wasn't for me. You know, that's awesome.
Yeah,
man.
that's
Yeah.
good. That's good. Yeah. Well, anyways, out of curiosity, have you ever found what, you know, what? Did you find something that you enjoy doing now?
That I enjoy doing. Well, I bought a motorbike. I really like riding it around. Is that what you're talking about? That kind of thing?
Well, I remember, you know. Oh shit! Sorry, I had to just land on my feet all weird.
Okay.
Somersault through my body. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
But I meant more like when last. I remember when we talked, you were saying that you were trying out the different jobs in the city to see what kind of fit for you.
Oh yeah, man. I'm a master mechanic. I don't like work for any shop yet. I'm gonna work. I'm trying to figure out which shop I want to like contact to work for. You know. But I've been doing towing too to make some money. But I don't know, man. I just
did strike me as a tow guy.
I don't strike you as a tow guy. You know what?
No, I said you do strike me as a tow guy.
What's that supposed to mean, man?
What do you mean? It means literally what I just said.
You know, a lot of people hate the tow truck drivers.
What? Who?
Yeah, they like to. Well, mostly the criminals that take people hostage. They like to take tow truck drivers hostage because they think that every tow truck driver is out to take their car from them. But you know what I do? I go to the vehicle.
You ram into people's car and make them park illegally and then take their car?
No, I go to vehicle breakdowns and I go to Mosley deliveries and I pass on the impound requests. That's what I do.
Oh, I see.
Because I don't. You know what? Once I got an impound request and it was on the Hydra block, and I went up there and there were a whole bunch of people standing around cars. And I'm like, did you guys call for an impound? And they're like, no, what car is supposed to be impounded? And I looked and it said null. So whatever car was supposed to be impounded had already left. Someone had already taken it. And I go, well, I guess there's not really a job here. But it was nice talking to you guys. And that's the kind of thing I kind of do if I do take an impound request. If there are people around it, I'm like, hey, is there am I impounding one of your cars? Because I don't want to do that. And just pass on it, you know? You don't have to do that. But people just assume that all tow truck drivers do that because some of them do. You know? Like, crash into your car
you know.
so it's parked illegally and then take a picture of it and submit an impound request and then take it, earn money off you, and then you have to go, like, get it out of impound. Have you had that happen to you?
I don't know if it's happened to me, but I've seen it.
Okay, so why do you think I seem like the kind of person who would do that? Because you said I seem like
I don't know. You told me to guess. You told me to guess.
No, I told you what I did, and then you're like, yeah, you're the tow truck driver. Anyway, I'm a mechanic. Mechanicking is what I do. I just don't do it a lot because, you know what? I worked a lot back in Iowa, and I'm kind of just enjoying not having to work so much now. Having a lot of free time. That's fun. You know?
Well, have you tried anything else in the city by chance? Like any other things to make money? Anything at all?
Well, I've done a little sanitation with you. I tried some lumberjacking. I really hate lumberjacking. It's the worst job.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean like, you know, just different ways of.
Are you talking about the less legal thing? I don't really.
Whoa, Tad! I didn't say that.
You
But
didn't
do you?
say that. Do I? No. Do you, Buttons?
Okay, that's good that you don't do that.
Why are you so curious about me, Buttons?
What, do you not want me to check in with my past clients and to see how they're doing and see if I could do anything to help them? You don't like that?
Well, it's fine, but I saw
Man, you
you
know
at
what, Tad?
Pride.
I called
saw you
you,
at Pride
and I
and you
even
weren't-
apologized and everything. I was kind of going through a rough patch, but I helped somebody out the other day, and I was like, I probably could have done something extra for Tad. And then
Buttons,
this is how
I'm-
you treat me. This
I'm
is
sorry to
this
hear-
is how it comes out.
I'm sorry to hear you went through a rough patch. Is there anything you want to talk about there? Because it seems like just helping someone else isn't. Were you just not feeling very helpful to people? Is that what your rough patch was, or? You might need to find a therapist, man.
Well, I actually do have a therapist. Thank
Do
you
you?
very much.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good. Who is your therapist? I'm just trying to get names of therapists because it's so hard for people to find them. I want to be able to recommend people,
Well, I mean, I know that they don't believe that I actually recommend them, but personally, this ain't my therapist, by the way. They used to be my therapist, but somebody that I'd recommend, you could probably talk to JoJo or Joanna. I don't know what they prefer to go by.
Joe is my therapist, and Joe is currently in ICU, so can't really talk to her.
Why?
Why is she in ICU? No, I don't know. Nobody told me that. I just know she got hurt.
That's crazy.
So.
Well, hey, my
You-
therapist
you
I speak
probably-
with.
You probably have more people who would know why JoJo's in ICU than I do, Buttons.
You say that, but I can't really go into it. I don't want to drag you in this.
Alright.
Anyways, but yeah, my therapist is Wendy.
Wendy.
Yeah, Wendy.
I don't think I know her. Do I?
Oh, it's water. See, somebody just retweeted their post.
Well, Buttons, I don't have Twitter notifications on. So
Okay,
let's
so you
see.
just never used
Wendy
Twitter?
Thomas? Oh, so she's the one with... Okay, the pink-haired girl is Raina. And then on the other side is Ember, so that must be Wendy in the middle. I've seen her around, yeah. She's got
yeah,
a big
Wendy's
gun
in the
there.
middle. Yeah.
She's got a big gun there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. She let me shoot it earlier. It's so cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Very
She
cool.
might know why JoJo's in ICU. She's standing right next
I
to
don't know.
Ember. Ember's JoJo's wife.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't even know to ask about it. So.
Yeah, well, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't have told you then. So, sometimes things get hard. Buttons. And,
What do you mean by
kinda-
that?
hmm?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, sometimes things get hard. And, we go through rough patches. And,
Like, wow. Never mind.
like you just went through a rough patch, But
Yeah.
there's always something on the other side. And hopefully it's good. Usually it's good. We got to go through the rough patches to learn something about ourselves, And it's all
Okay,
about
Tad.
how
I'm
you
not.
react
I'm
to
not
the rough
asking
patch.
for therapy, Tad. Okay.
No? You're not
I
asking
called
for
for you
therapy.
to just check in. I just called to check in on you.
Sure. Do I seem
Hey,
like I'm
how's it
going through
going?
a rough patch right now?
Not like an inappropriate dream.
Oh my god. Hey, I gotta go, Tad. I'm
Alright.
sorry. I actually gotta go. Real.
Alright. Well, you have a good day. Yo, what the fuck, man? Hey! Hey! Help! Y'all just gonna leave me here? The fuck? I see you standing over there. Hello?
Yo.
The EMS are on their way, I think.
Oh, they're on the way?
Yeah, but if... I don't know if you can get it, but if you can get my bike out of the road.
Yeah, I'll try.
Hey, you got it. Thank you.
Good, mate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
EMS is coming?
Yeah, they said they're coming, so...
Alright.
Some local called for me.
Alright, cool. Well,
Alright.
I'll check back in 5 minutes. If you're still here, I'll take you to the hospital.
Alright, thanks a lot.
Stay safe, mate.
Oh my goodness!
Yellow.
Oh, what the heck happened?
Well, a car decided to slam right into me, and then a tow truck decided to slam right into me, and they were both speeding.
Yeah.
And then some people were over there just looking at me and not calling, and then a local came by and called, and then
Oh my
another guy
goodness.
came and was nice enough to move me and my bike off the road.
Well, that's nice. That is nice. Normally I would come in an ambulance, but the
Yeah, I
ambulance
thought it
that
was-
I pulled out, I didn't have any keys for, which is crazy. And so because of that, I couldn't
Wow.
park it as well. So, yeah, it was a whole thing. And now I'm just kind of screwed, and I can't pull out an ambulance. But I do
Yeah.
have this. It is a PD bike, so it's got that room on the back for the stretcher bit. So I'm just
Alright.
gonna go ahead and patch you down real quick. And while I do that, just let me know if any particular place hurts, okay? Gonna go ahead and patch
Yeah.
you down here.
My right leg hurts a lot.
Right leg, okay.
Yeah, and like pretty much every limb, like just my body
Okay.
is fine.
Yeah, the whole, okay, everything.
Yeah, I feel like I'm
Okay.
bleeding, so
Okay.
I don't know if you see
I'm
blood
looking for
around.
that.
It's rainy, so it's probably washing
Nah,
away.
Well, yeah, the blood, yeah, it's gonna wash away a little bit. But yeah, let me go ahead and I'll just patch you up real quick. I'm gonna
Alright.
get some, I'm gonna get some quick clot on that bleeding there, get that stopped. ASAP, Rocky.
Yeah. It was like, I
Okay.
was almost fine. That car hit me, and I was
Mhm.
almost fine, and then that tow truck came barreling through, and
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the
It
tow
just,
truck will always do it to you. Was it a
yeah.
local or was somebody actually just speeding on their way to a job?
oh, someone was totally speeding on the way to a job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And they didn't even stop?
They didn't neither stop.
Like Los Santos
Neither were
sanitation
locals.
workers.
Yeah. The guy who accidentally ran over
disgusting.
my bike, he stopped and got me off the road.
Okay.
But
Well, that's
you know,
kind.
like, yeah.
So, sir, what is your name?
I'm Tad.
Tad,
Thaddeus
okay, Tad, do you
Donkersloot
know-
Jr. Yeah.
Okay, Thaddeus. I didn't catch your last name. Do you know roughly where we are right now?
We're near the pawn shop, right?
Near the pawn shop? Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
over there somewhere. Yeah, it's across the street. Do you know what year it is?
It's like 2025.
Okay, yeah, then
yeah.
it is 2025, yeah. Can you wiggle your fingers and toes for me?
Yeah, let me check here.
Okay. Okay. Ooh, even your nose. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, it's gotta be the something in the rain here.
Yeah.
Was there any pain or discomfort from doing that when you wiggled?
No.
After I passed
mean,
everything up, if you had to rate it, on a scale, like with a number, what would it be?
I would say everything still hurts. About, I don't know, like I feel like my head is almost okay.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and I'm gonna insert an IV here for you. I'm gonna give you
Alright.
some of the good shit, okay? This is gonna put you on cloud 9. It should knock you on your ass. But I'm thinking our best bet's probably going down to the hospital, get that
Yeah.
noggin ears checked, okay?
Yeah. I'm not too worried right now about my bike because they took it off
Yeah.
the road for me. So,
Okay, this is
Wow.
only gonna go well. I've
Yeah.
never actually taken a patient on the back here.
this is gonna be great. Oh,
Yeah,
look.
no, you're
Like,
you're
I'm
you're
just-
fine.
It's
You're
fetal
fine.
position.
You're just,
It's like I'm in
no,
my
you're on a
mother's womb.
stretcher. Oh my goodness.
It's
Look,
a
I even got
weird
license sirens
stretcher.
on this thing, but you probably have a
Hey.
concussion, so I'm not gonna turn the sirens on.
All right, that's mighty nice of you. Yeah. Hell, this has been an
I
experience.
can even do little jumps.
I
Oh,
really
yeah?
like your shirt there. It's nice and
Yeah,
colorful.
we got some
very
pride
prideful.
uniforms.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I've got long hair, but the back of it's pretty cool too, because it's got like the trans flag in there as well. Pretty
All right.
cool.
All right.
I didn't think I introduced myself. My name is Savannah, by the way.
Savannah.
Yes, Savannah Wells. That is me.
All right. All right.
Hey.
Hey,
I'm
I
still
gotta take a
tagged.
nap.
Yeah, me too, probably.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't see the gas pumps.
Yeah. The hospital is just full of headaches today. You know.
Okay.
So,
All right. Wanna-
Violet, could you at least help me
Yeah.
ease him off?
Yeah.
Oh, right from back here.
I got you.
Perfect, thank you.
Yep, I got you.
all right.
Thank you so much.
Of
I
course.
can take
go
him.
on.
I can take him. You can nap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, based on what I'm hearing on radio, I'd rather have you back ASAP.
Yep.
There's a lot happening.
Oh yeah, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see
Yeah.
if there's a doctor.
That's kind of Los Santos, isn't it?
Yeah, that's so
I
true.
tell you what, I was just here. That's where I was
Really?
coming from.
You got the
and-
punch card?
and there was it was just Nurse Joy, but it is
Yeah.
it is nice when
I
a
haven't
doctor
seen
shows
any
up.
doctors in a while.
Yeah. They're probably busy getting ran over or shot, you know.
Probably, maybe.
Yeah.
There you
Alright.
go.
Thanks for the help. Sorry, I think we were both trying to avoid each other. You okay? Yeah, we were both trying to get out of each other's way. I think are you okay? Do you need bandages or anything?
No, I'm good.
Alright. Better luck.